Kevin, here's where New York sits right now. Third and fewest turnover shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand.
Just love the mental toughness. You saw third fewest turnovers per game. Great decision making, a notch in their favor.
Rivers with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Williams dishes to Lopez. Kicks to McLemore. It's plays it up and banks it in.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
46. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Rivers. Millsap against Williams. Taken away by Anthony. He feeds it to Lopez. And McLemore kicks to Williams. Lopez a screen. Now the dish to Carmelo. Down low, Lopez. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
For the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Robinson is subbed in for Anthony. And then for Atlanta, Jeff Teague, he's checked in for... Knicks trail by 19. Porzingis is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Robinson. And it's Williams at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Anthony, the pass to O'Quinn. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Hawks?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Gerald Green comes in for Robinson. And it's Rivers in for Williams. Freak dishes to Millsap. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Outside for Millsap. 3 on the clock. Nice open look, but it's no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Anthony, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
Outside Millsap. Passes to Bazemore. He kicks it to Cephalosha. The feed to Freak. To end the drought. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Anthony drives in. Porzingis passes to Rivers. No good from outside.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Freak. Hands the shot from the wing. Knicks trail by 19. Here's Porzingis. Back to Anthony. Inside. Puts up the baby hook. O'Quinn can't hit. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Freak kicks to Cephalosha. Hawks passing it around. For 3 for Atlanta.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Green kicks to Anthony. Feeds it to Rivers. Fires the 3. And he gets it to go.
And he answers right back. with a three of his own.
Watch out now, Sookie. We got a duel shaping up right here. This could be mano-mano for a little while.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Robin Lopez is checked in for the Knicks. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Horford's checked in. The Hawks leading by 19 points. Now here's Freak. Outside Korver. Horford's it to Bazemore. Millsap dishes to Freak. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Freak's got 7 now in this quarter. And so here is New York. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Now here's Rivers. He's tightly guarded. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak.
Check out the game for Rivers. He has 8 points and a steal.
Austin Rivers. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rivers. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Knicks foul call. Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for New York. Freak. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good from Freak.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Outside Green. Lopez sets a screen for Green. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Fast break, the Hawks. Korver with the ball. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
The drive by Green, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Outside Korver, dishes it to Bazemore, out to the wing. Millsap kicks it to Bazemore. Horford the pass to Korver. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hawks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3. It paid off for them in the end.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
I'm sure it meant a lot to them not letting a conference opponent get the better of them. That's important to them for sure.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
And Lopez gets it to go.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for him.
Pass to Cephalosha. 11 seconds left in the fourth. And it's Freak missing. McLemore dishes to Anthony. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Al, certainly a great team effort. What were the biggest factors in how this team came together for the win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Defense wins championships, and tonight it won this game. Al, thank you, guys.
All right, good for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. What'd you think, Kenny?
He made a big impact with his three-point shooting. 12. That's right. 12 of his points came from beyond the arc. He really allowed them to stretch out the defense and open up the floor for driving lanes as well.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, they've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased. And as we march toward the end of the regular season, Shaq, I want your opinion on veterans being rested in back-to-back games.
You know what, Ernie, here a lot of people complain, but let me tell you from personal reasons, it's the right thing to do in some cases, especially for the older teams to have a real shot to win a championship. Popovich has been doing it. Look how many rings he got.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about extending the regular season and taking away some of those back-to-back games. But it's like bowling, Ernie. I'm a good bowler. Like, you're using your right arm a lot, and sometimes you need to rest it. You can't just start bowling with your left. So for me, I bowl a perfect game twice in my life. I'm only using right hand. You need that rest.
That was the worst analogy.
We're broadcasting from Atlanta as the Hawks take the hardwood here at the Phillips Arena. This is the last stop for the Raptors before returning to Toronto. They have had some success, but still a lot to prove, sitting 14 games out of the top slot.
And you know, Kevin, they look like they're having fun out there, a real party. I mean, I love what I'm seeing from them in terms of their chemistry. But playing well and winning games will do it for you. That goes hand in hand. Good chemistry, wins, and fun.
Yeah, and they've got it all right now, the communication and cooperation out on the floor. And winning games, when you are winning games, you should be having fun, and you can see that in the league.
Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. Now here is Lowry. Pass to Carroll. Shoots off the screen. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Freak. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
One shot.
Free throw good. Freak. And here's Lowry. A 29-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assist.
Pull-up jumper. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Paul Millsap. Freak's got his second basket of the night. And Toronto has possession. It's a 5-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
The Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Pass to Horford. Korver kicks to Millsap. Nice D from DeRozan.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside Lowry. The feed now to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Out left to the wing. 4 on the clock. And again, no good by Toronto.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
It's stolen by Lowry. Now running, here comes Lowry pushing the ball up. And Carroll gets it to go.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a 1-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Here's Bazemore. 14 points from him the last game against New York. In the corner, it's Freak. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Lowry passes to Patterson. Back to Lowry. 5 on the clock. It's blocked. They recover it, and he gets it to go. Here's Freak. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. On the wing, Korver. Here's Horford. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Horford's got his first bucket of the night.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Freak. Now recovering. And a wide open look for Freak. Off target from outside. Raptors trail by 3. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Carroll, no one around him. It's good. This game is all even. Carroll's got 7.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Freaks it to Bazemore. Passes it to Freak. Outside Millsap. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Bazemore. Here's Freak. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And DeRozan. Here we go. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Len has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the pass to Freak. Jacks up a 3. The Hawks again can't hit.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Carroll passes to Patterson. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Hawks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Freaks it to Bazemore. Feeds it to Millsap. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Outside Lowry. Kicks to Patterson with his first shot attempt. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
There's the 3. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Millsap. 8 points for Freak. Now here is Lowry. Defense is right there. It's DeRozan with the drive. He got right to the cup using that screen. Millsap is checked in for Horford. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Jeff Teague. And Freak subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Patterson comes in for John Lewis. Damari Carroll's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Powell. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Carroll in at the small forward position. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks, boy, was he tremendous. He picked up 18 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Rejected by Millsap. Now here's Freak. 11 points in the game. Here's Chandler. It's blocked. Carroll kicks to Lowe. Valanciunas with the ball. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Golden State.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
And stolen by Freak. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Freak with the ball. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That one is off.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And he's good on the second.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Now, here's Patterson. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Valanciunas.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Millsap's against Valanciunas, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Atlanta.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that. What a performance from Millsap here. He has 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Second free throw, no good. Raptors trail by 6.
2 minutes.
Outside Lowry. Five to shoot. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
Well, he surprised me with that move, but he just couldn't capitalize.
Freaks it to Bazemore. Outside Millsap. Now here's Freak. While recovering. Dishes to Bazemore. From deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry drives in. Here's Patterson. Cannot hit. Nice D from Chandler.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Chandler with the steal. Here's Freak. 11 points in the game. Now the dish to Chandler. To the paint. Here's Freak. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Now Joseph. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To stop the drought, and he gets it to go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Hawks lead by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin and Dwayne. A very tight game here. What's the #1 thing you need to do in the second half to try to get out ahead and break this thing open?
Well, #1 is we got to make sure we get in a defensive disposition. You know, right now we're kind of trading buckets. We're anticipating, putting them on the foul line. So we got to play from an anticipatory style of defense, whereas we're not reacting to where they have us on our heels.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. These are the types of halves where we are helping ourselves out by making clean passes. They haven't caused us too many problems in the passing lanes to this point, but we still have a half of basketball to play. I'll give you a compliment though. The ball movement's been excellent. Love how many buckets we're getting off assists. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Kyle Korver is out there with Freak, and it's Bazemore at the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Freak. He kicks it to Horford. The Hawks working the ball around. And here's Freak. Back to Horford. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Releases. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors trail by 3. Outside Lowry. The shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
And here's DeRozan following the three-pointer by Freak, but they'll get another chance. And it's sent back by Horford.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
That's good. Bazemore's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro.
3 dishes to Carroll. And Patterson kicks to DeRozan. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Whoa, whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Now here's Korver. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Freak. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Valanciunas with a screen on Korver. They double him with Horford. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Tavo Cephaloshin. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Horford. Chandler comes in for Cephalosha. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Hardaway. And Freak subbed in for Jeff Teague. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Corey Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. Outside DeRozan. He feeds it to Joseph. The three. Missed. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. The Hawks on top. They're up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Hawks leading by 4. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Corey Joseph is out there with DeRozan, and it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. Now here's Patterson. DeRozan not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Millsap gets it to Bazemore. Pass to Freak. Six on the shot clock. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Joseph's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Up top, Valanciunas. Carroll against Millsap. Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Schroeder. He's all alone. Here's Bazemore. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Cephalosha is checked in for the Hawks. Freak comes in for Teague. The Raptors also with a sub. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar Carroll. Outside Millsap. Pass to Korver. Down low. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Korver. Korver's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 7. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. They set the pick. To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Horford. Now here's Freak. There's the feed to Millsap. Horford the pass to Freak. Six to shoot. It's stolen by Lowry. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And DeRozan, here we go. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Freak with it.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Millsap. A 3-pointer off the mark. Raptors trail by 5. Powell dishes to DeRozan. Can't cash in from close range. Hawks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now here's Freak. While recovering. Here's Horford. The rebound by Patterson.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Patterson, the screen. It's DeRozan with the drive. But they get it back. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. And Toronto also making a switch. Carroll's checked in.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Passes it to Bazemore. It's tipped. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. He dishes it to Carroll. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Freak. Fades and shoots. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 8 points for Horford.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Freak after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Freak kicks to Horford. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Good game for Horford. He has 8 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Left side, DeRozan. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Patterson a screen on Korver. Millsap with a double team. Patterson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Patterson drops them both.
That was essential that he cashed in on those free throws. They're within 1 possession.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Horford. Now here's Freak. Now recovering. Feeds it to Korver. Shot clock at 5. 18 feet out. Oh, off target. Seconds left in the 4th quarter. Left side Lowry to take the lead. Time expires and we're going to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime #1. Getting going right now. So Atlanta will get the first. It's checked in for Atlanta. Lures checked in for Toronto. Now, here's Lowry. D right on him. On the wing, DeRozan. Kicks to Biyombo. Back to DeRozan. 5 to shoot. pulls it from the elbow. Connects, the jumper drops. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up. You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
And an intentional foul right there. Toronto with the ball. And so they foul intentionally.
Patrick Patterson. Hawks foul. Kyle Korver. That's his second personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so it's Toronto winning this one. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, you were able to impact this.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.